2021 has arrived. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Satsu Videocast, and today we're going to be having our first video of 2021. Happy New Year, everyone, as we're going to be having a New Year's Day Q&A. We did this last year, and it was a huge hit, so I'm going to be doing it again this year. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. Now, I'm sure you're going to be thinking, what is the new jersey? Well, here it is. Here it is, the royal blue Phillies batting practice jersey that was worn in the early 2000s. I think they wore it up to the year 2009. I think that was the last year they stopped wearing it. This is a Jim Thome 2003 Phillies batting practice royal blue jersey. I love it. I've done months of research, try to find it. I finally found one on eBay. I think it cost about $26. It was a huge steal. I love it. I mean, this is just such a rare Phillies jersey. I love the colors, and of course, the Phillies' main color is red. But with another color they don't really show is the royal blue. And the thing I love about this, and I think they should bring this jersey back because I just love it so much. I just love the blue. I love how it pops. And a few weeks ago, I went to Citizens Bank Park and got myself this hat. I said I went to go to Citizens Bank Park a few weeks ago. Well, this is what I was getting, this royal blue Phillies hat. And this is not the hat that was worn with this jersey, but I just think it looks so good with this jersey that I decided to do it. So Jim Thome, 25, 2003, Phillies Royal Blue, added to the rotation of jerseys. I got another jersey coming I just ordered. Not going to be giving away what that is. I'm super excited to reveal that in a video upcoming, but that has not arrived yet. But today we're going to be having our New Year's Day Q&A. I can't believe 2021 is finally here, and I cannot wait for this upcoming baseball season. Next month, pitchers and catchers report to Clearwater, Florida. I cannot believe it. This offseason is flying by. So let's take a look at the questions that we have gotten here. And the first question is from @PhillySportsContent, and he asked, will the Phillies ever win a World Series with Bryce Harper? And my response to that is, I think they will. I think that our window is going to be around 2023, 2024, 2025. I think that's when we're going to get a true competitor on our division. I think by then the Washington Nationals, who knows what phase they're going to be. I think they're going to be in a rebuilding phase. I think the New York Mets, who knows what they're going to be in the next couple of years. I really don't know what to make of the New York Mets team. I really don't. They have some older players and some younger players as well. So I'm not really sure what to expect of them. I think by then we're going to be competing with the Marlins. I think the Braves will be an older team by then. Freddie Freeman most likely will not be in his prime at that time. Ronald Acuna Jr., it's going to be interesting to see how his career plays out. I think that's going to be a really interesting factor. I think by that time, I think it's going to be Marlins, Braves, and Phillies in that, competing for the NL East title. And if the Phillies can make it to the playoffs, I think we have a really good shot, to build this bullpen up. We need to do this in Bryce Harper's prime years. We have a lot of work to do, and I think that's going to be our window. I do think we will win a World Series within the next 11 years when Bryce Harper is going to be. I think it's going to be, like I said, 2023, 2024, 2025. We'll see. Anything can happen to baseball. You and I both know that, so I think everybody knows that. So the next question, also from @Philly Sports Content, he's asking, will we sign JT? Yes, I think we will. I think he's going to drag it out until the very end. He's going to wait closer to the end of February, even into spring training. I mean, I hope this doesn't happen because when players don't get a proper spring training, it really, really messes up their season. So I'm hoping that he doesn't do this, but I think he will. Either way, I do think he will wait out until the 11th hour. But what I really hope doesn't happen is that he waits until closer to opening day to sign. That would really be something, especially as a catcher. You need to get in there and get chemistry with the pitchers. You have to go. And of course, a lot of these pitchers are not new for him because he's been with this organization the past 2 seasons. But as a catcher, it's important to build that chemistry. And if we don't have him for the majority of the spring, it's going to be tough with this team. It's going to be tough. So I do think we will get him back. The market for him is so weak, and I think he's going to fall in our lap. So yes, I do think we will get JT Realmuto back. And the next question comes from Ryan 26 Panner, and he is asking, what MLB stadium do you want to see a game at? And my answer to that is Nationals Park. I was supposed to go to Nationals Park in July of 2020. Of course, that was canceled due to the whole thing going on. That was super bummed out about that. I actually got tickets to go to the game, and it was so disappointing to have that canceled, and I plan to go to Nationals Park, not this year, probably in 2022 is when I'm probably going to be going to Nationals Park. I really want to get to Nationals Park. It's a beautiful ballpark, and as I said, I really wanted to go there in 2020, and I was super bummed out when I couldn't go there. I really want to go to a Nationals game, and part of the reason why is because I'm a Phillies fan, and I just like to just go to opposing ballpark. I mean, I've been to Great American Ballpark. I've been to Fenway Park. So I've been to other ballparks, but not a division rival. It's a different vibe when it's a division rival of your team. You go there wearing your Phillies gear. Everybody's wearing their Nats gear, their Mets gear, or their Braves gear, Marlins gear. It's just a different vibe when you're going up against a division rival. It's just a good feeling. So that's where I want to go. And the next question comes from @PhilliesTailgate. What made you a Phillies fan? Well, I actually was not a Phillies fan. I was not a baseball fan of any kind for the majority of my life. I became a Phillies fan in 2013. I remember vividly watching a game in September of 2013. I believe that Cole Hamels pitched. I really became a fan in 2014. I was a huge fan of Marlon Byrd. I remember that 2014 team. I remember the 2015 team. I remember watching, as I said, 2016, 2017, 2018, and my coverage of the Phillies started up in 2019, so I've been a fan of this team for several years now. And I don't really know. I mean, I just like the Phillies just because I live in South Jersey, and they're the local team, and I just fell in love with it, and my whole families are all Philly fans. So my dad actually grew up a Reds fan because he grew up in Cincinnati, but he became a Phillies fan when he moved here. But the next question comes from @JackWilliams48, and he says, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have an older sister who is in college. She is in college. I only have one sibling, an older sister, and she gets on my nerves. Anyway, next question comes from @Phillies.culture, and he says, I know this is not a question, but man, you've helped me out a lot, and I appreciate it. Well, I'm glad I've helped you out a lot, and I'm glad that my positivity and my encouragement has rubbed off on you in a positive way, and that definitely makes me feel good. So thank you. Next question comes from Oakland Baseball Hotspot, and he says, what is your favorite A's page? I know a little bit about the community, the A's community. I definitely would say you, Oakland Baseball Hotspot, because you're really much the only A's fan that I know and have interacted with. So definitely you. I think you run a really good page. You're committed. You're disciplined with your page. You do a great job. So I gotta give it to you. I think you've done a really good job. So next question comes from @EvanFalk23, and he says, favorite prospect in the Phillies system right now? Bryson Stott. I love what he brings to the table. He is amazing. He was drafted in 2019. His ETA is 2022. But I think he guy's a lefty bat in our infield. As I said, it's so valuable. I always have to bring up a lefty bat in our infield because it's so right-handed heavy. And this guy, this guy's going to be so good. He's a shortstop, and I think he's going to fit great on this team. He really, really excites me. I think another guy is Micah Bell as well. He's not going anywhere. Dave Gombrowski made that very, very clear. And he's a long way off. He's about 2024. But Bryson Stott really excites me when I think of the Phillies farm system. And the next question is coming from my sister, who actually asked a question. And she said, what was your favorite moment of 2020? I think covering the 60-game season. I mean, I honestly, if you would ask me, even if this stuff wasn't going on, I would say covering the Phillies. I love this. I love it. I love every minute of it. I mean, I just love making videos. I'm always motivated to make videos. I love what I do, and this is what I want to go into when I get older and into college. You know what I'm saying? I really love this, and I would definitely say covering the Phillies. I mean, it was a little bit frustrating, early summer, spring, with dealing with the Players Union and Major League Baseball. That was definitely a hassle. I'm glad we finally had a season, so I definitely would say one of the greatest moments is having that season, and also just having the family here healthy too. I think that's just another great moment, of the year. So the next question comes from BP Shark 1208, and he said, should Hoskins be traded? I think I give him another year. I like his potential. I think he has a lot of pop in his bat. He can hit for some power. He does get on base a lot. His batting average is not great, but he's an on-base machine. You saw the numbers. Had they tried to compare him with Jose Abreu and with the advanced stats, Hoskins was not that far off. If Hoskins can get his average just a tad bit higher, 250, 260, he could be one of the best first basemen in baseball. This guy's an on-base machine. I mean, he led the league in walks in 2019. I mean, this guy's an on-base machine. He could hit for some power. The power is a little bit inconsistent, though. He goes through ups and downs. Of course, every player goes through ups and downs, but this guy is capable of hitting 30 to 40 home runs, hitting 250, 260, driving in 100 plus, walking 100 plus times. This guy, he could be great. And his defense is not great, but I'd give this guy another year. I really would. I don't think he should be going anywhere. I'm not a huge fan of Rhys Hoskins. I think he has a lot of potential, but I do not think we should trade him. I think Hoskins should stay. So that answers that question. And the next question comes from NorthBest26. He said, what is your ethnic background? Well, my mom comes from Italian descent and German. I'm American, of course. I have a little bit of Irish in me. So if you're asking my ethnic background, of course I'm an American. So, that's my other backgrounds I have. Next question comes from Matt Swanek, who actually made an appearance on the VCast, I believe about a week ago. And he's asking a question. He says, what are you looking forward to in 2021? I am looking forward to a 162-game Philly season. I was going to do it last year. Now I can finally do it this year. All 162 games. I was so bummed out when I couldn't do it last season, and now this season is a 162-game schedule. So that's what I'm really looking forward to this season. My first full season of covering the Phillies. In 2019, I had most of the season. In 2020, I've covered the full season, but it wasn't a full season because it was a 60-game season. So this year, I'm so just looking forward to covering the Phillies in a normal 160-game season. Not going to be 100% normal, but at least it's going to be 162. I'm just ecstatic about it. I cannot wait. 3 months to go until opening day. I cannot wait. And the next question comes from @Slambo14. Although it was a challenging season, what were some of the highlights and exciting games? Well, I think there's a lot of exciting moments and exciting games. I think, for one, watching Alec Boehm come up and just be amazing was just really refreshing to see. The pop that comes off his bat, and this guy is just a hit machine. He's just a hit machine, and the young pop coming off the bat. He's just a good player. He has a nice clean stroke. Seeing him come up, that's not just one moment. But I think another moment I'm going to talk about is sweeping out the Washington Nationals in a 4-game series. That was great. I love sweeping out division rival, especially since the Nationals really just kicked our butt in 2019 and years prior. It felt really, really good to sweep them out in a 4-game series. That felt awesome. Bryce Harper with that walk-off single he hit, that was pretty cool. Didi Gregorius hitting some grand slams. There were some good moments, despite the bullpen being absolutely terrible. There were some good moments offensively. Some good moments offensively. I also think with Zach Wheeler just being amazing this season, or last season, just being absolutely amazing. He was just unbelievable in a short season. And another question coming from @Slambo14. What would your final and best offer be for Real Muto? That is a really good question. I really have to know what the Phillies are willing to go for. I highly doubt that they would pay him 4 years, 100. I really don't think they're willing to go for that. And honestly, if I were the Phillies, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know how much money we lost. The owner comes out and says we lost $2 billion. Another report comes out and says we lost $145. I don't know what to believe, so I'm not going to take either side. Okay, I'm not going to take either side because I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. So my final offer would be around that range. I don't think the Phillies are willing to go for that. I think we might get him for, let's say, 4 years, 80, 90. I think that's what we're most likely going to get him for. My final offer would be 4 years, 100. I really don't think he's worth any more than that. Or 4 or 5 years, 100. I really just don't think he's worth any more than that. You saw a run report, he wanted $200 million. No way he's getting $200 million. No way, especially, no, he wouldn't get it in a normal offseason, especially in this climate. No way. No way is he getting $200 million. That is ridiculous. No way he's getting $200 million. No way. No way. So I think that would be my final offer. 4 or 5 years, $100 million. That's it. That's all. I'd go no more than that. He is the BCIB, but there would be a limit there for me. There just wouldn't. And maybe you see the Phillies go 5 years, 100 to take, to spread the AAV out, because you go 4 years, 100, you got to pay him a higher AAV. So it's going to be interesting to see what route the Phillies take. I do think they will get JT back. It's not a guarantee, but I do think JT will most likely end back up with the Phillies. Next question comes from @GriffGT313. What is the percent chance that JT Realmuto will be a Philly next season? I'm gonna say 75 to 80. I'm confident. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% definitely sure. Take it to the bank. He will be back here. I'm not saying that. But I am about 75 to 80% sure. I'm going to say 78%. I'm going to say 78. Because the market for him is so weak. I mean, no other team is going to be willing to spend the money. No other team has the pressure that the Phillies have to keep him and to retain him and re-sign him because of the load that we gave up to get JT Realmuto. With Cisco Sanchez, Jorge Alfaro, Will Stewart, we gave up an arm and a leg to this guy and only let him walk after 2 years of control. I mean, that would be embarrassing. So the Phillies have a lot of pressure. They have a tremendous amount of pressure to re-sign JT Realmuto. And as I said, no other team really makes sense. You see, the Nationals, Mike Rizzo, GM and president, said, yeah, we're going to find somebody to platoon with Gomes. So what does that tell you? The Nats are out. They are out. So that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Rizzo says we're going to find somebody to platoon with Gomes. So what does that tell you? The Blue Jays, haven't heard much buzz about them. I think the Angels guy is Trevor Bauer. Due to their weakness in pitching, I think going out and signing Realmuto wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for them with the route they're taking. Stop stacking up on offense and go and get some good pitching because you've already had enough offense with Trout, Rendon. You go on and on and on. Next question, the final question, also coming from @GriffGT313. How many games will the Phillies win this year? I'm going to say about 85 to, I'm going to say maybe 80 to 85. 80 to 85. I think 85 is generous. We have not done anything with the bullpen. Nothing. I mean, we made this small little acquisition, a few days ago at Tampa Bay with Jose Alvarado. That's it. Other than that, nothing. We've actually decreased. We lost our shortstop and we lost our catcher. And there's no guarantees. I mean, I think we're going to get JT back, but there's no guarantees. I do think we will get one of Didi or JT back, and I do think it is going to be JT. And we have done nothing with the bullpen. Nothing. We've done nothing. So what would lead me to believe that this team's going to be any better? I think it's 75 to 80 to 85. I think 85 is the absolute most. I think that's like me being really, really generous. Because we're a sub 500 team or lower. I really do believe that. Because we need no significant improvements on this team. We just haven't. We've gone out and gotten the right people in our front office, like Dave Dombrowski, Art Sanfold. We haven't done anything yet, and that could change. Okay? That could change. As of right now, looking at our roster, 75 to 80, and 85 is generous. 85 is generous for me. Very, very generous. So that's where I stand with the Phillies record for 2021. I hope you all enjoyed this little Q&A. I should do this more often. I don't think I should just do this on New Year's. That's what I was saying before I clicked this record. I said, I shouldn't just do this on New Year's. I should do it on, a special occasion. I should do it, I should do it more regularly. I shouldn't just do it just on New Year's. But the tradition is to do it on New Year's, but I want to expand on that and do it a little bit more often. Not every month. I'm not saying that at all. Maybe every 3 months, every 4 months, even 6 months. I want to make this more of a, not a regular thing, but I want to make it more than just once a year. I think we need to do it more than just once a year. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am glad I was able to shout some people out. I answered every question. I mean, you guys asked some good questions, some personal questions. I didn't want to answer anything that was too personal, but yes, you guys asked some good questions. I'm glad I was able to talk to you guys about the Phils. Weekly updates, the 10th weekly update coming on Sunday. First video of 2021. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. I'm so stoked to be in 2021. 2020 was a difficult year for many of us, but we have to remember there were a lot of good times, and everyone in my family, stayed healthy, and God was with us. So, I'm so thankful for that. So, once again, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video. Comment on this video. Share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section. At Phillies House of Instagram, our Fanatics Instagram. Card text 267-225-5092. Email me, phillieshouse@gmail.com. I hope you enjoyed the new jersey, the Q&A, right? I mean, I hope you enjoy this nice royal blue Phillies jersey. Got it in yesterday. I ordered it like 2 weeks ago. It took the U.S. Postal Service forever to get it to me. They sent it down to Florida. It was coming from somewhere in PA. Sent it down to Florida, and it came back up here. I'm not going to knock these people. They work really, really hard. But it was a little bit frustrating. And I've also added some new hats to my collection. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to be doing an Instagram post talking about that. I'll mention the hats when I make the post revealing these new hats I'm going to be getting. So, guys, once again, I am Luke, and I will talk to you later. Happy New Year. 2021 is finally here. I'll see you guys.